Hi, welcome to another edition of the Alan Rosenberg Show. So, you're having a Halloween party and you want to play some Halloween type songs that rock. Here's some great suggestions for you. Number one on my list, my favorite band, the Rolling Stones. Now, a lot of people are going to say, yeah, pick out Beggar's Banquet and play Sympathy for the Devil. Well, certainly an appropriate song and a great classic. First song on side one. But that's not the one I would go with. I would go with this one. Too Much Blood, which is also a phenomenal video. You got to check out the video for Too Much Blood. It comes from the Undercover album, which is a great Stones album if you're a Stones fan. But Too Much Blood is the first song on side two. It is this awesome bass lick, kind of a very danceable tune. It's gory. Jagger talks about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and she takes something more romantic, like Officer in her genitals or something you could take your wife to. That's a funny line. It's just a killer song. I love Too Much Blood from the Undercover album. That would be my number one choice. Throw that on, and then people are going to be like, what the hell is that? That's really cool. All right, let's continue in alphabetical order. Any of these would work. AC/DC, well, two really obvious ones. Obviously, the title track from Highway to Hell, and then from Back in Black, you certainly can't go wrong with Hell's Bells. Let It Be, Blue Oyster Cult, one of the all-time great bands. Now, most people are going to say, from Agents of Fortune, you got to do Don't Fear the Reaper. And I wouldn't deny it. Don't Fear the Reaper is one of the most incredible songs ever by any band. But my personal choice would be from this great album. And this is Blue Oyster Cult and Fire of Unknown Origin. But the song you want from this album is Joan Crawford. As I call it, Joan Crawford has risen from the grave. This is a really creepy, awesome, kind of extended rockin' track. An all-time great track from one of the all-time great albums, Fire of Unknown Origin, Blue Oyster Cult. Let's continue. This would be my number two track. This is my favorite Bowie album, my go-to Bowie album, Diamond Dogs. It's the first Bowie album I ever had when it first came out. And I talk about it in a Bowie video I did, which you could check out. But the opening of this album is, I think, the creepiest thing ever. As I said previously, go sit on a chair or sit on a couch and turn off the lights and play Future Legend, which goes into the title track, Diamond Dogs. It is one of the spookiest, eeriest, awesome opening of any album ever and would be perfect for Halloween. I think most people would tell you to do Scary Monsters and Super Creeps from the Scary Monsters album, but I would go with Future Legend, Diamond Dogs. Let's keep going from what I think is the greatest Alice Cooper album, the Billion Dollar Babies album. This is the extended deluxe edition. It's awesome, but you got to go with I Love the Dead from this album. Now, maybe you got some Southern rock fans. Want to play some Southern rock? A lot of people are going to tell you to play Charlie Daniels from Million Mile Reflections, The Devil Went Down to Georgia. Not really a creepy song, certainly a great song. But if you like Charlie Daniels, I would go with the one from this album, Full Moon, the great song, The Legend of Woolly Swamp, which is a really cool, eerie track. And while we're in the Southern rock mode, probably none better as far as Halloween Southern rock would be the Outlaws and their great cover of Ghost Riders in the Sky, one of the all-time great Southern rock covers from there. We'll continue. The letter R, the Ramones. This is from an anthology album. You gotta go with Pet Sematary. Such an amazing track. Pet Sematary from the Ramones. Going a little deep here. This is from the Smithereens, their debut album. Not really a creepy song, but it's got the word blood in it, and I love this particular track, and I think most people would love it. If you've never heard it, you need to hear Blood and Roses from the Smithereens. It is, you'll love it the first time you hear it. And Blood and Roses from the Smithereens, I think that would work as well. The letter T, the Talking Heads. Well, it's pretty obvious. You gotta go with Psycho Killer. I love the acoustic opening of it from Stop Making Sense soundtrack. But of course, there's the regular version, tons of versions. There's greatest hits albums, Sand in the Vaseline, Talking Heads' greatest hits, No Trouble Finding, Psycho Killer from the Talking Heads. Two more I'm gonna do. One's another deep cut. I just love this track, and it's Uriah Heep. And on a kind of buried on one of the later albums is an amazing track called Blood Red Roses. If you like Bon Jovi, and I'm not a big Bon Jovi fan, but anybody who loves Bon Jovi would put Blood Red Roses on, you'll think it's Bon Jovi, and it would be one of the best Bon Jovi songs you ever heard. It's just a kind of classic, kind of AOR, kind of rockin' track. But for Halloween, Blood Red Roses, why not? Give this a try. I'm telling you, you'll think it's killer, especially if you like Bon Jovi. Last but not least, the great Warren Zevon. Everybody knows the song, and it's the kind of song that you never get sick of hearing. Yeah, we're talking about Werewolves of London. So there you go, about 10 or so of my picks for jazzing up and rocking out on your Halloween get-together. I recommend all of those, but certainly check out the Stones' Too Much Blood. You'll thank me, and there's a great video for it. Thanks for tuning in. If you have never subscribed, please hit subscribe, and please check out my other videos. I do extended videos where I go in depth on certain artists and ranking the albums. And most importantly, thanks for tuning. Stay safe and have a great Halloween. Take care.